So in the Ork list we have 5 Ludus with a spanner, we have 10 Grots, we have 6 Meganobs with a Warboss in Meg Armor, we have 6 Meganobs with a Big Mech in Meg Armor, who will be riding around in a truck. We have 3 Ghazghkull, we have 20 boys with a Warboss and a Weird Boy. We have the big man himself, Mr. Ghazghkull and his little friend, leading 6 Meganobs, 5 Flash Kids and 5 Nobs led by Warboss, also riding a truck. We have 5 Storm Boys, another 5 Storm Boys, and another 10 Gretchen. And that makes up our entire list of 2000 points of Bully Boys. Presenting the enemies. 3 full squads of Terminators. And each have a leader, a librarian, a grandmaster, and the big guy himself, Mr. Draigo. Each of course has a little medic with them, or apothecary. And they all have a side cannon, and they all have banners. We continue with a redeemer, of course. What else do you need? We have 2 Dread Knights, exactly the same loadout, with a side cannon and incinerator, heavy incinerator. We also have 5 ordinary strike marines led by a champion, and finally we have 5 interceptors. And the roll for attacker and defender, the Orks roll a 2 and the Grey Knights roll a 2. Okay, so we do that again. Grey Knights starting with a 1. Okay, and the Orks roll a 5. There's a rough table set up, and considering it's quite equal, the Orks decide it doesn't really matter. They will be defender, so they can benefit from the setup. Orks will have 1 unit of Meganobs with their Warboss in Meg Armor, using their Deep Strike ability, and set the Ludus in reserve. I might have forgot to mention it, but the 2 Stormboy units are also in reserve for the Orks. And these lovely Grey Knights, yeah, they will all start on the board. Bear said everything starts on the field for the Grey Knights, but that's not entirely true. Draigo is of course up spinning around, and well, the Grandmaster is in this lander with his squad of Terminators. Okay, deployment is done, so we can have a closer look at where everything ended up. We have the Ghazghkull on the Orks' right flank, with some Gretchens in front. We have a truck containing a Warboss and our tag teams, whatever people want to call them. Nonsense, all that juicy stuff. We cross the board and we are filling up with some Gretchens on the Orks' left flank. We have Ghazghkull himself in the middle. We have the Meganobs with a Big Mech, Big Mech in Mech Armor, and we have the big 20 men mob in the house. So taking a good look for that, looks something like this. And if we cross over to the Grey Knight side, pardon all the crap all around the board, but this is done in my basement, and well, yeah, I don't have time to clean. So on the Grey Knight's right flank, we have one of the Dread Knights. We have the 5 interceptors taking care of the right flank. Might be a bit tough, but they have to do something. In the center, we have 1 unit of Terminators with the Librarian leading. We have the Land Raider with a Terminator squad and the Grandmaster. And we have the ordinary Marine squad led by the champion just behind them, to making that objective sticky when we start. And on the Grey Knight left flank, we have the other Dread Knight. So if we zoom out a bit, and this is roughly how everything looks like now. A little explanation about the terrain. You see, all the black plates are the bases I always used to determine where the ruins and everything are, if you have a look here. these bases. They always go under the whole ruin. If they are L-shaped, if there's a forest or something. In this case, this is a ruin, but it counts as 2 inches. The big ones are ruins. They're bigger than 4 inches, but the sides, the small parts, are 2 inches, so it can be crossed by vehicles, etc. The same goes for the containers. Those are 2-inch height. The corners, even though they look small, they are bigger than 4 inches. And that's how it is across the entire battlefield. So now that they are here, why did this battle start? Well, it all started nice sunny Saturday morning when Draigo was taking his morning coffee with one of the dreaded corn demons. He got a phone call, and it was from some backwater planet. They said, "Hey man, we have a lot of green scary monsters here. You have to come take them away." Draigo thought, what a fuck. I mean, funk. I'm coming, but green monsters has to be Nurgle, right? So Mr. Corn, I'm sorry, but I have to go and kick up some green monsters. And when he got here, he saw green monsters, but not the kind of green he was expecting. So he got mad, and Ghazghkull is always mad, so he doesn't really need an explanation. They just said, okay, let's go. And the most important role of the game, who has first turn? The dice is for green knights, white for orcs. Oh, the orcs go first. Ouch. The rules were no prisoners and secure no man's land. And secure no man's land I can probably do, but secure... Oh, I mean, no prisoners is quite hard turn 1. So we'll redraw that. An update, the redraw for the orcs was behind enemy lines, which will probably be... no. Orcs turn 1 movement. Fastest orc turn ever. Almost everything advanced. The Gretchen spread out to prevent deep strike best they could. Same with the orcs in the corner. Truck advanced, taking that objective. Ghazghkull ran up, shouting what at the top of his lungs. And over there, some Gretchen actually, oops, yeah, I meant to do that. Took that objective too. So over to Grey Knights turn 1. But first, the Grey Knights will pick up a few units. Grey Knights really need their command points, so this will be hard. They draw Sabotage and Secure No Man's Land. So Secure No Man's Land should be quite easy, maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. And Sabotage will probably be discarded at the end of the turn for the benefit of an extra command points, which they will need later. The units that went up are one of the Dread Knights and the Librarian unit with Terminators. So the Grey Knight's turn, the Lander there, just backed up a little bit, watching the avenue that Ghazghkull has to charge, just positioning just out of 18 inches, so he's safe. The Red Knight, he advanced, of course, and the nice little jumpy dudes, he just jumped up, ready to either try and do Sabotage or help out, depending on what happens to that Ork truck. And the Grey Knights, of course, had to sacrifice their first command point to be able to deep strike close, to take this objective as well. And they put one of their Dread Knights way over there, just so that the Gretchens can't flee away. Okay, so let's go to Grey Knight shooting. Okay, so this Red Knight starts up with his side cannon on the Ork truck. Just have strength 10, which will wound on 3, so that's nice. 3 wounds. Good. So -2 for real. And that means this truck just took 9 damage. One left. Number of hits from the incinerator, 9. That's good. Sadly, it's only strength 6, so medium 5s. Oh, nice. See if the Ork can save. No. Did not. Okay, does the Ork explode. Nope. Okay, let's jump out. And since Mork is cunning, he also disembarked in a backward direction. He's still within charge range, but needed an 11. Okay, Terminators on the other side will shoot side cannon on the truck, and Stormbolters on the Gretchen. First, the Librarian will do his warp power on the truck. And then I will do this off camera, a bunch of Stormbolter shots into the Gretchen. Epic shooting. 5 Terminators, well actually 3 Stormbolters and the combo weapon from the Librarian. Killed 3, yeah that's right, 3 Gretchen. We have this guy left and he will shoot his cannon on the truck and burn the rest of the Gretchen with his incinerator. So let's jump over to the dice box and the number of incinerator shots in the Gretchen. 5? Oh my, okay. But plus something. It's not even 2d6. Yeah, it is. So that means another 5 go down because they won't get any save. And then we'll shoot the big cannon into the truck. Oh, not too bad. 1 extra comes in for the 6, so everything hits. And oh no. Only 3 wounds. Can he save? Yeah, saves 1 actually. So only 6 damage to his truck, 4 left. Amazing. Slight tactical miscalculation from the Grey Knights, meaning this Land Raider, expensive and all, did not do anything this turn, since these guys opted to disembark backwards. They're just out of range. So that leads us to the Grey Knight assault phase. We'll start right here for this wonderful assault that is 11 inches between him into them. Nope, not worth rerolling. Okay, so on the other side of the planet we have this Dread Knight towards that truck. And he doesn't make it either. Oh, this looks bad for the Grey Knights. Looking over the field again. Positions have been exchanged. The Grey Knights are very far up in the Ork corner, but I think that's a good thing. Though they also discarded their sabotage. No, they did not actually. They tried to start sabotage over here. And if anyone ever had any doubts... Whoa! Okay, so stepping into turn 2 for the Orks. We'll start off to see if they can get an extra command point from their Gretchens right here. Nope, no such luck. Okay, mission time. Orks drawing defense stronghold, which seems nice, unless I get shut off the board, and bring it down. And they have plenty of nice targets, so let's get moving. Orks disembarking everywhere, so the Grey Knights decide it's time to go, Mr. Damus. Okay, Ork movement phase. This looks grim. We have tons of Meganobs here with Ghazghkull himself closing in on these poor guys. And completely unnecessary, but a war boss is a war boss and he has some armor, so he decided to deep strike behind this poor chap that is probably dead. And there's some scary stuff right here, quite close. So, but he wanted to cause some pressure, and we'll see if that works or not. And on this corner, since the Terminators moved up into space, a couple of Ludas decided to merge there. Let's go to shooting. So these Ludas here, they open up and fire at the poor little Dread Knight over there. Indeed, let's see how it goes. Okay, close range, couple of shots. Yeah, I don't think this is too damn bad. They are moving those. All right, 2 hits. Yeah, nice. And they are not doing so good. They are, however, rerolling 1s. Doesn't help. Okay, so 2 hits, strength 8. And I'm not sure, is that 1 wound? And Ghazghkull will charge that chap. And he rolled an 8, so he's in. How nice. And then his friends there will charge the other poor lads. Oh my god, big finger beside him. And they rolled a 10. How nice, both in. And of course, the boss behind doesn't want to be left behind, so he charges as well. And 8, he's not there. And now for what happened on the other side of the board. You know, these guys were lining up to charge that poor chap over there. And they actually failed their charge, but then the orcs decided to re-roll. And they made it. Starting off with the Meganobs here, they're just piling in over these poor little Grey Knights. They are, of course, doing armed to the teeth for 1 CP, so they get real hits. And we'll start up with the normal Meganobs. 3 of them, that's 9 attacks in the wall, but hitting on 4s. That looks pretty good. The reroll. Warning on 2s. 6 saves for the poor Grey Knights. At minus a lot more. 3. Oops, out of the tray. Yeah, so they actually make 2, but still 4 dead. Big Mac having 5 attacks in the wall. Looking great. Full rerolls. That's what we paid for. Oh, they all hit. And a gazillion strength. Wounding on 2s. Yeah, that's 5 saves from this poor remaining Marine. Yeah, I can roll it straight away. Yeah, he's super dead. Okay, so the Orks started well here. Now the main event here. Ghazghkull squads versus a Dread Knight. I think I know how this will end. 8 for him straight away. So 4 up in rolls. Oh, he's done it. He only takes 3. 6 damage. Makari's banner, or rather when it's on a wall turn, Makari's effect will trigger on a 5 instead of a 6. So we should have had a few more wounds, but we'll go to Ghazghkull and he will do a sweep attack, so 13 attacks. With +1 to hit, so the ones wasn't that fun, but those all auto wound. And these will wound on 2s. Yeah, so that's a few. 9 to be precise. And 4 up saves for the Dread Knight. Oh wow. He kinda dies. I'm sorry. These guys attacked. Yeah. The War Boss and the Knob and the Weirboy took it down to 1 wound left. And then the boys just clobbered it. I mean, it's 19 boys times 4. That's 76 attacks. Strength 5, hitting on 2s, wounding on 5s, -1 AP. But he of course exploded. Well, that concludes Ork turn 2. This does not bode well for the Grey Knights, I think. Let's see what they can do in their turn 2. But the Orks score a couple of good points, will bring it down.
As Draigo watches his valiant war machines being dragged down into the earth by the Orks, he realizes it's now or never. He must send in his Terminators. The Grey Knight secondaries for the second turn is
extend the battle lines and engage on all fronts. Okay, so the Grey Knights just advanced a little bit, staying just within 9 inches from Ghazghkull squad to maximize the multi-melta. They put 1 Terminator squad in the middle, just in case. So, and Draigo came waltzing with his 5 Terminators, and the Librarian that was picked up last turn landed here. So they are looking to shoot and decimate as much as you can. It's a tough nut to crack because they all have Feel No Pain here right now. And way back, a couple of Strike Marines landed to destroy the Ork plans of gaining points from their own objective. Okay, let's go to shooting. Land Raider time. He will start with his multi-multi against Ghazghkull squad. He fires everything at that squad. So both hit, that's good. Do they both wound? Okay, after 3 Terminator squads, including Librarian, Draigo, and the Grandmaster, there's still, and Land Raider with everything. Still 1 Mega Nob left in Ghazghkull squad. So, well, yeah. Now for something really interesting. These guys need to stop those Gretchen. So that's a load of dice. So they're all within rapid fire. Oh no. Oh, this is so sad. Okay, I'll roll this straight away. Yeah, 5s. Oh my god, only 5 Gretchen. They do have their hero. Hits 3 times. And wounds 3 times. And the Gretchen saves. Oh my god, they saved. So these heroes did not kill those heroes. Okay, so they actually got rid of Ghazghkull and his entire squadron, but these are untouched, these are untouched, and we can still have another war turn. But for now, the Grey Knights did fairly well. They picked up the points they needed at least. So on to Orks turn 3. With the Orks' mega armor, remaining mega armors gather in the corner, they of course call Wah! Again. So much is happening, the Grey Knights are really into their new hours of shame, but that won't stop the Orks from entering their turn 3, and they drew Assassination and Extend the Battle Lines. So that should be doable. We'll see what happens. Big Warboss Mega Nob unit just advanced inside the ruin, and remember the ruins are covered on the bottom floor, so they're safe from Overwatch. Of course, right after these guys hid behind the wall, the ones outside said, "Oh, bye bye," and missed of Deimos. These damn slippery Grey Knights. This unit on the side, they stood still, because they do not want to take an Overwatch from that Land Raider, or any other Terminators for that matter. We have the big mob over there. They used their Weird Boy again and teleported here, just outside of mine, so nothing there. On this flank, the Lutas is standing still. They will be starting a burn action, and these guys just toppled up a little bit to be able to shoot all the way through to these guys over here. And the Nobs, they actually rolled a 6 for their advance, yet they only moved about 7 or 8 inches. They're just staging to be able to threat the dangerous Land Raider. After this turn, it will be quite difficult for the Orks. But, on the other hand, there won't be many Grey Knights left, so I think the Orks are having this in the bag, so to speak. The points at the moment is 22 for the Orks and 23 for the Grey Knights. A whole bunch of sluggas from here to here. Oh, so here they come, a gazillion shots. Okay, looks orky. The wind walls. Ooh, not bad, 5. Can the Grey Knights withstand it?
Yeah, they take one. They take no wounds because Grey Knights have an innate 2+ save. Nice. But it's not over there, since we have a weird boy in this unit right there. And he's gonna use his headbang ability. And since we're still above 20 models, this one has +4 strength and +4 damage, but it only hits on a 4-up, and it's precision, so the little champion there might have a bad day. So let's go. No, it misses. But the Orks really want this. They're gonna command point this hit roll. No, doesn't help. Too bad. The sad part is that it's also a dangerous one, hazardous one. So here comes a hazardous roll. And a third one in a row. So yippee-ki-yay, that's bad news. And with those weird new rules, this means that 3 boys are just thrown out the window. Well, they should have been, but since they don't have any hazardous weapons, it's only the weird boy who can take the damage. So he goes down 3. One more charge. The green giant mob charging these poor guys in the corner. And they roll a 5. That's not gonna do it. First off, Meganobs versus Draigo's unit. And this is from the unit that has the big mech. And this looks like it might be a few. Sadly, no bonuses here at all. 4 6s sadly mean nothing. But it's strength 12, 13 actually. So only 1 fail. 8. Okay, let's do the saves for these Terminators right away. -3, so 4. And these look pretty resilient. No, disaster. Oops. So 5 go through. That's 1, 2.5 Terminator. Completely surrounded. The last 3 remaining silvery warriors prepare for their defense. Okay, let's go to it. The 2 ordinary Grey Knights. Terminator armor, of course. Rolling a lots of 1s here, not good at all. Base hit. They have strength 6. So only wounding on 4s against main arms. Only 2, that's not good. -2. 4-up saves. Yeah, that's 4 damage. Will the Meganobs take it? First hit, both go in. Second hit, 1 go in. But that's enough to kill 1 Meganob. So Draigo raises his fantastic Titan sword and... oh boy. 4 hits. Wounding on 3. Yeah, 4 wounds at least. At -4. So that's the invul save for the Orks. They make 1. 3 go through. This is damage 3. So the first one. 1 knob on 1 wound, yes. Second hit on him. He dies. Okay, and this third one. Oh, they only lose 1. Amazingly here, since Grey Knight Terminators has OC2 and the banner, that's OC6. They have Draigo with 1 + 1 for the banner. So that's OC8 against the Orks only having 4. And even if the big mech has jumped on, they would only have had 5. So the Grey Knights actually own this objective, even though the Orks charged. That's a pretty good turn. That actually ends the Orks' turn, doing not so good on their missions, because they failed to assassinate, since this unit right here decided to go into space, or hide in the shadows, whatever. And well, they already had extend, so that wasn't a big problem, but not a good point turn for the Orks. Let's go to Grey Knights, turn 3. The Grey Knights drew Storm Hostile objective and no prisoners, which is actually quite good. Storm Hostile might not be so easy, but might be possible there with a 3-inch deep strike. Maybe. We do have good OC. And, well, I think it's pretty hard down there, but not impossible. Yeah. This could be, well, this has to be the turn where the Grey Knights actually manage to do something really good. And at the end of the Ork turn, they might pick up a unit or two. Those two are the only reliable ones. We'll see. Back in movement. Okay, so the Grey Knights being very sneaky here. They took the Land Raider, backed it off a little bit just to gain sight to those guys on the objective over the, remember, 2-inch part, so they can shoot from there. And the Flamers sadly won't reach, but they are reserved for Overwatch. They left Draigo to fight for himself over here, which he probably can. He even got a Terminator back to his unit because they have an Apothecary. So actually looking good here, even though there are reinforcements from the Orks over there. This unit was supposed to go up and help Draigo, but they decided to instead take an adventure and run away towards these guys. Why? Well, it's a bit of a gamble, since Grey Knights really need to pick up some points. They put one unit here and one unit there, incentivizing the Orks to take their casualties from this side, the first stage. But even if they take from the middle, then the other squads can charge. If they take from their left flank, then those two squads can charge. So they made us kind of a fork. Well, not maybe an effective one, but still. Best way to take an objective that the Orks currently control, to maximize their points. Okay, let's go to shooting. The Land Raider over there, firing everything that will reach into the Lutas. So we'll start off with an assault cannon. I'm doing fairly well. Oh, and it's twin-linked, you know. Okay, so 5 wounds. The Orks still have their WA up, but actually they will get 4 cover, so 4. Oh, that's a good save. 2 Orks go down. And then we have the Stormbolter. Okay, nice. And we do have Multi-Malta. Okay, will it wound? It will at least one time. And it's a WA, so 5 up. Okay, so safe. So only 2 Orks from an entire Land Raid. That Land Raid has not paid off this game yet. So 2 guys die. We'll actually take that one away. After that splendid performance, we'll start off with these Terminators, since they have the fewest models they can reach, firing there. Starting off with the 3 Stormbolters from that squad. Oops, dropping dice everywhere. So 1, 2, oh, and 3. Pretty good. Hopefully they'll wound equally good. And let's see. Oh, okay, maybe not. 4. Ah, well, that's pretty nice. And 5 up save for the Orks. They'll actually make 2. Nice, so 2 Orks go down. And then they have the Grandmaster with his side cannon. Okay, hitting twice, wounding twice, and 5 up angle. No, okay, so 2 more, that's 4 Orks in total. And then the side cannon from this squad. 2 hits. No wounds. So that's 4 Orks in total. This is a predicament because they have their knob right here. They have the Warboss and the
weird boy in the middle, so they'll actually pick their casualties from this end. Now, these guys. So, big amount of Stormbolter shots coming back. Abysmally bad firepower, only killed 2 more orcs, so this is not looking good. Okay, I think we're off to the fight phase. Yeah. So, we'll start with these guys. You'll just charge straight on. 6, that's enough. So we'll move these in, and Hayuka. There's really no possibility for them to get on the objective, so I guess we'll just flesh out along the line according to all the fancy rules that you have to get into base-to-base contact if you can. Okay, so this unit here will also charge. They will need something big. A 4 and a 4. Okay. This is exciting. It's more than enough. Oh, pardon my very well used. So they can actually charge pretty far. So they made it in. They will soon be consolidating. And from the other side, we also have the Terminators here, charging both the Orks and the Gretchen. Okay, let's see how they do. Nope, that's not enough. I think they'll manage anyway. But since this is crucial, they will re-roll that. No, okay. So we'll start off with the Terminators. Some of these are out of view, I think, but not a good roll, but not a bad one. Only 1 auto wound, and the rest will wound on 3s. So 5, 10, 11 total. And Orks might save a few. Cocked. There we go. They actually saved 4, so only 7 Orks die. And then we have the Grandmaster from that squad. He has 5 attacks. Hitting on 2s, but okay. Yeah. And wounding on 3s, oh my god. Do 1 more, and the boss save. Yeah. Okay, that Grandmaster really needs to get a new job. So the Grey Knights consolidate, actually being able to put, well, maybe 2, no, just 1 dude on the point. And what I meant with consolidating were, of course, that the Terminators consolidated, but you know what I mean. Sadly, they won't get too many on there. Oops. That one I actually have to measure. He was. Okay, yeah, he would have reached it. So 2. Okay, let's see how the ordinary knights do. They have the fantastic little champion. Let's start with him. His weapon has 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. Yeah, okay. 6s don't do anything for him, sadly. But he wounds all of the times. And the Ork save 1. Okay, he cuts down 3. Not too bad. And then, of course, we have an entire squad of little guys.
And with the little guys, I mean, in Strike Squad, they actually have 3 attacks per guy. That's pretty good. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hitting on 3s. Yeah. You know, when you hit on 3s, you actually should roll higher than 2. Okay. 4 6s, but I don't think that does anything here. Nope. But they have strength 6. So that means another 6 wounds. And the orcs manage only 1. So that's 5 more. That's 3 from their leader and 5. So 8 in total. That's pretty good. So where do we pick these? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since there are 2 wound weapons, they're not just dice as well. 7. And 2 wounds on the boss. So he should have 4 left. Okay, that's not good. They then consolidate onto the objective. They just have to end closer to the war boss, since he was their target. I'm not sure they have taken this yet, though. Let's see. The Terminators have a banner and everything, so that's 6 points. And the little... Oh, they have 2 each, so that's 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And the big guy probably only has 1, though. Yeah. But they easily take it from the Gretchen. Yeah. That's 15 points for the Grey Knights and only 11 for the Orks. So they actually take this one and manage their Storm Hostile objective so far. The Ork Warboss also has to fight back. And we'll do that right away. Sadly, Ork Warbosses, the maniac war machines that they are, only have 4 attacks. That's pretty pathetic. Well, it is a Wag turn, so he actually has 5. And he managed to hit all of them. And he will wound onto the other. Of course, it rolls 1-1. He wounds 4 guys and -2, so they will have a 4-up save. Since the guys have an innate 2+, but they lose 2 guys. So we'll take the one outside. And we'll take one of the guys on the objective. They only drop down to 13 against the Orks 11, so they still take the objective. That's well done. So let's move on. The Orks lost this objective. And here, it's actually the Orks that will start. Because the fight back from the boss over there will of course happen last. Yep. 4 Meganobs fighting back. And they did a pretty good job. Pretty good job. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Wounding on 2s actually. It looks fine, since the kill souls are strength 12. For the first guy, makes 1, and makes 1 more, makes 1 more, fails. Okay, 1 Terminator dead, and fails, and oh no, it looked so good. So the guy who just resurrected, and then the big mech. Oh, not doing too good. Only hits once. But he does wound. Will the Terminator save? They will. Okay. Well, actually, it's not that guy. It's the banner dice, really. And from the
first one because I missed the wound dice here. Only takes 1 hit, so he has 1 wound remaining. So the objective is now falling into the hands of the orcs for the moment. Now the Terminators will fight back. They don't seem to be, they're a bit shooken. Not charging, so no bonuses. And force, oh my god, only 1 wound. This is not looking good. Okay, that's a 4-up save for the orcs. They fail it. They feel no pain. They make both. What? Okay, so nothing. So it's all up to Draigo, which we were counting on from the beginning. He hits 5 times. It could be the entire Meganob squad except the mech. He wounds 3 only. And the knobs do have a 5-up save on this. My lord, did you see that? Oh boy. Okay, so Draigo did nothing.
Them shiny gits think you're special, eh? Recover them assets, lads, and get behind the reins.
Okay, let's go to Orks. Turn 4. They did not sadly gain any points for their Gretchen. Orks doing recovering assets, that's why they stayed here. Behind the line. They actually just shimmied a little. I forgot to show you that. So they can threaten back objective later on. Yes. They stayed in combat. This Gretchen will actually stand still and just aim very, very carefully. And the war boss, well, he might as well take a few with him, so he'll stand still as well. It's not a super good day for the Orks though. They did not get any primer points this turn. I forgot to take that objective away since they burned it last turn. And they are on that objective, but they are starting to burn that one too. So they're still taking points, but they're losing points because they're not controlling stuff at the beginning of their turn. And as far as shooting is concerned, those the Luras. Well, actually, this silly little war boss, before we end the movement phase, he will leave the combat and put himself right there, taking his wound marker with him. Yeah, okay. So those Loodles will of course fire at these guys. But you can't see now. These guys. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. Number 3, yes. Sadly, they do not. They're just not good shooting Terminators. Okay, so let's see. They miss everything. Great. No, or do they? No, they don't, because the enemy is on an objective marker, so they can reroll every hit. And that's a lot better. 3 hits. And those are all 6s, which means they killed off quite a lot of stuff down here, leaving the champion on 2 wounds. And then the flash kits, they will actually shoot the same squad. Sadly, it's not the closest squad visible. 3, 4, 5. But they will hit on 4s. Ooh. And 4 6s actually gets us 4 more hits. And strength 6 versus toughness 4 is 3s. Oh my lord. Okay, but it's 5 wounds. And the saving rolls -1. They actually lose 2, 3 of them. Oh my. Well, that means the knights die and the champion takes 2 damage. Wow.
Nice shooting, Tex. So let's go to the Ork fight phase, which, believe it or not, there are no charges. We even have Mr. Draigo himself starting here. And now he's starting to do good. Oh no. He only rules 3 times. And now there's no wall active. So, -3 makes it a 5 up armor. Save for the Orks. They fail 1, they fail 2, and they fail 3. That's not good. So the first guy dies. Second, and whoops. And third. Not good at all. And then his little Terminator buddies. Only 2 of them now. Yeah. They don't seem to hit much. But they wound 3. And -2 save for the first guy. He makes 1, 2. He dies. He just barely dies. Okay, so the big mech is now alone. And the Terminators consolidate, of course. Keeping their power over their objective. And the big mech hits back. Not doing good. Oh, no! It fails to wound. This is disaster for the Orks. Well, they end their turn pretty quick and embarrassing, but to be honest, we weren't expecting anything else here. This one will of course be burned at the end of the round. Yeah, okay, let's go to Grey Knights, turn 4. Well, I'm not going to forget, of course, these guys will fight on death. Even though there's no law active, they can still do it. It's only 1 command point for each node, and only 1 fights back, since it's not a war. He only has 2 attacks, of course, and he fails both. Nice! So, waste of a command point, but we tried. Grey Knights drawing Cleanse and Defend Stronghold, so Stronghold would probably be doable. Well, maybe. We have a little problem here. Cleanse is not one of their favorites, but they don't really have any command points to make that any better, so they will stick to it. And they also, yeah, they control 2 objectives, so they do get 10 primer points, so this is big. At the end of the Ork turn, the Grey Knights actually picks up the Terminator unit that was in the Ork's backfield. And yeah, that was the only thing I forgot to show you. At the start of the Grey Knight turn, that same unit lands on their home objective. Since they do have Defend Stronghold, they have lots of OC, more than the Land Raider. The Land Raider actually twiggled and turned its way here, so he does have a nice view of all the important Ork nobs. Yeah, and the plan is to win here, of course, for the Green Knights, shouldn't be a problem. And here they will try to have the Terminator squad kill all of that, shouldn't be a problem either, while the champion simply burns the Ork home objective. Let's see how it all goes. It's time for shooting, and since it's so much fun, we will do the Land Raider sneaking his flamers around the corner. Yeah, so we'll fire both flamers on the nobs. He will shoot his assault cannon on the Ludas, and well, assault cannon on the flash kits. So the multi-melta and bolter will also shoot at those flash kits. Right, so flamestorm cannons. These are so fun to be fired at from 7 and 3 more each, so that's 13 shots in total. There's 3, and they all wound, and then another 10. Counting here in the background. 10 more. Oh, that's 12 wounds, minus 2, 2 damage. Well, and they ignore cover, so that means 5 go to the knobs, and then 7 more for the war boss, who we will save on 6s. Pardon the going. No, he's burnt to a crisp. They tried to burn the objective. The Land Raider burned the knobs. So the Land Raider managed to kill all the knobs and just 2 of the other shooties. And here we go on the Ork home objective. The Terminators, who actually haven't moved because I did the footage in the wrong order, but I will move them up shortly. They will shoot everything at those. Well, actually, they don't need to move. They forgot, so they can't. Well, first 3 storm bolters. 1, 2, and 3. They missed quite a lot. CC. And there goes all 7 wounds on the poor grots. That can't even be 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 3 on the front, and he's gone. So fight phase, actually starting with the Terminators charging that poor old war boss, and they make it with a 9. Yeah, we don't have to measure much here. I think we'll just surround him. Distance will not be an issue here. And we shouldn't forget that Draigo's units still have their apothecary up, so they get 1 extra Terminator. Nice. I think this is starting to look very, very bad for the Orks. And I think we can agree that this war boss is not going to make it, so I'll just pick him off. And over here, the Big Mech is actually starting the fight. His final stand, he will do his best. These dice are coming your way here. And he actually hits. Oh, imagine if I would have had standard. Okay. Well, I actually think that 2 wounds because he's stronger than the others. So we'll try to save. 1 Terminator goes down. So 1 up, 1 down. And then the Terminator strike back. So there's still 2 of them. Do them first. Oh gosh. Still not charging, but they did hit a few times, and they win on 4s now. So 3. And that's a 4-up save for these. He takes 4 wounds. He's still alive though. And then Draigo with his 6 attacks, missing 1, and wounding 4. That's a 5-up save for. Oh no, there goes. It's 9 more damage. Bye bye, mech. You did it. So Orks turn 5, and it looks very grim. They have 1 big unit here, and they have a few guys over there. And they draw containment, which was not going to give them much. Well, 6 points, but that's not enough. And they also drew Storm Hostile Objective, which is pretty nice. As you have this big group here, and this little Draigo group here. And they redrew containment, and actually got overwhelming force. So that's two good, very good draws for the last turn for the Orks. I do think it's not enough, but we'll see. Okay, so the Orks will, of course, go as close as they can here. And maybe they can whoop up a few more points. Yep, and since they can't shoot, they won't shoot. They might, however, be able to have the friendly, nice grenade keyword. Okay, so the Orks advanced and threw grenades because Meganobs have the grenade keyword. So watch out, Draigo, here it comes. Nice, 4 mortal wounds. That'll pick off probably the banner bearer and do a wound to the medic. Apothecary. And on this side, we start with the Ludus right here, shooting at the lone little company champion in the back. So I think they're out 24 inches. Barely. Not by much. It's only 2 shots per guy. And they actually did a good job. Not sure if you can see it from there, but they got 4 hits and they got 2 extra hits from their 6s. So full house. And strength 8 versus toughness 4. Yep, that's 4 wounds. And that master over there only has 2 wounds left. So if any of these fail, he's gone. Yep, he's gone. Moral victory for the Orks. Can you imagine they killed this poor guy? Huh? Okay, so now the flash gets let those guys over there die. So they will change their plan and fire on Draigo and these dudes over there. So that's 3 shots per dude, I think. Not the closest, so only 3 shots per weapon. 3 of them left. Standing still though, so hitting on 4s. That's not too bad. Maybe I should play town. Hit on 4s. Have good weapons. And every single shot wounded. Nice. So we'll go and see if they can save something. The Apothecary. He is still there. Still there. Still there. Still there. And he's gone. Last thing for the Orks is to charge Draigo. And he makes himself ready. Yep, 8. They're in. Whoops. First off, 6 Meganobs chopping up that poor little Draigo. +1 to hit from the Warboss. Still missing quite a few. Only 6 hits. I don't know if you can see that. Right, but strength 12 since there are kill souls, and they all wound. And handing over the guys, can Draigo save? My lord, no, I don't think he can. Have you seen the rain tonight? Okay, the 5 is okay. The 3 is not okay. So he takes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 damage. Wow. Bye bye, Draigo. The boss didn't even get to swing. Bye bye. Another hero of the Imperium Falls. That went as good as it possibly could for the Orks. So the Meganobs just consolidated a bit. They managed to kill 2 units on this objective since we had Draigo and the unit.
They also had storm hostile objective and overwhelming force. So actually a good point from what was possible for the Orks. The last thing happening in their last turn is that this unit will jump up into the warp, and that unit will jump up into the warp. And here we go for Grey Knight's last turn. So the Grey Knights did draw overwhelming force, which will be pretty hard to succeed in, and assassination. Sure, there is assassination points in there, but so we'll do the Grey Knight movement phase, which I think will be pretty quick. We'll start here, like that, and they will simply take any side. I'm guessing that side. So leave one guy on the objective. Just to be outside of 3, but still on the objective, since the burn action wasn't completed by the hero before. And if we go into the Grey Knight deployment zone, we have a unit of Terminators here as well. They will simply advance, I think, because I don't think it's possible otherwise, no. And Grey Knights always auto advance 6, so these Terminates actually fly. Leave one on the objective, the others just spreading out more than 3 inches from the other place. And the Land Raider right there, he will, well, more or less just stand still and flame the Orks. No, well, you like seeing them greenskins burn, don't you? So we'll actually one flame on each squad. So d6 plus 1 against the flash kits. Okay, 4. Yeah, alright. 3's to wound. 3 of them wound. And they can actually save on 6s. I think. My god, they save 2 in that case. Otherwise, they're all dead. I'll have to check the armor. I think it's 4 up, but it might be 3 up. And then the other flamer on Lutas, also a 1, so 4 shots. 3s, oh my god, only 1 wound. And ignore cover, so they can't save, so one of them dies. I said 1, didn't I? So there's actually 2 of them still up there. And I never said where to put the other guns, so on a 4 up, the assault cannon is on the flash kits. Yeah, well, assault cannon on flash kits. All hit. Pretty nice. Wounding on 3s. 1 mortal wound. Only 1 more. Oops. This one. They do not save, so that kills 1 more. Unless they are already dead, of course, I didn't check that yet. And so the Multimelta fired on the Hudas, both missing, and the Stormbolter fired on the Flash Kits. 2 hits. No wounds. Okay, so I'll just check the wound or save characteristic. Yep, there actually is a 4-up save for the flash kits, so they do survive, and the 2 Lutas survive as well. So that's end of the Grey Knight turn, and we'll just sum up the points in a minute. When all is said and done, the Grey Knights burned this one, netting them 10 extra points. The Orks managed to burn that one. They
got 5 points for that earlier. They never choose to engage with these guys. Smart enough. And these just hit on the side. Land Raider burned and fired at a few diddly dudes. And the end result, big great win for the Great Knights, which it did not look that way in the beginning. And an added bonus, here's the casualties for these 5 turns of action. Don't be too harsh on my painting skills. It's freaking hard to paint. Yeah. So, this was the first ever Battlereport filmed by Tubemork Studios. I'd love if you comment, subscribe, like or dislike, whatever. Just leave something here. Have a good day.